Parents, peers, academics, sports, school security, social media, the pandemic, and even politics. The level of stress our young people are facing is unprecedented. Are adults underestimating the pressures of our youth? And how are they coping? We are at the John Carroll School in Bel Air talking to high school students about something they live with regularly, which is stress. Stress of being a young person these days. I want to introduce our participants. We have Olivia and Yanni, Natalia, Gracious, Caden, Rachel, and Nico. Thanks, guys, for joining us for this important discussion. So before we start, I want to ask, by a show of hands, how many of you feel like adults just don't get how much stress you're living with on a daily basis? By a show of hands. All right, most of you feel that. Okay, so you guys feel like the adults get it. So that is a sign that I would imagine, and I know this school is working really hard to address mental health regularly. What are your thoughts on that?
I would say just with our school, I think that there is a good support community because not only do we have guidance counselors, we have counselors for transfer students, college counselors, so we have a pretty big support system for different reasons. So I think at school, even your teachers are usually very supportive.
Okay. Gracious, you raised your hand saying we don't really get it. What don't we get?
I feel like since all adults have been there before, they kind of don't realize that things are changing. So there's different things that teenagers these days have to adapt to.
Mm-hmm. What weighs on you guys? What weighs heavily?
A lot of work and just trying to cope with that. And I also feel like when our parents were younger, they didn't have all the social media and stuff that we have now. So it's kind of affecting us in that way. And they're just saying, oh, just, it'll pass. And sometimes it's hard to think that way.
Mm-hmm. Caden, you were saying that you wanted to participate in this, as others did, to normalize the conversation. Mm-hmm. And you've experienced this in your own family. And without getting into the details, why do you think this is something that you wanted to share today regarding normalizing the conversation?
Yeah, so I just feel like, kind of harkening back to what you were talking about before, a lot of adults kind of just say, it's going to be okay. You can deal with this. I had to deal with this. Like you'll be able to as well. And I just feel like, especially what I dealt with in my life for the person in my life, that needs to be less so. And we are experiencing new things as time progresses. So,
what kind of new things? That we don't
social
really,
media
social
is
media.
a big one, and that's what impacted my experience.
Wow. So a family member felt stress from social
Absolutely.
media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rachel, what are your thoughts on that?
I think social media is definitely like the biggest cause of shutting down the mental health conversation because it's like your appearance and how people who don't know you, like that's the first thing that they can find out about you is through social media. And I think that really puts a lot of stress, especially on teenagers, for making sure that what they're putting out into the world is like the best version of themselves as opposed to the real version.
Mm. So all of you have your phones off right now. So tell me honestly, how difficult is it to sort of have your phone off, be disconnected to social media for the span of this conversation, which is like, let's say we're chatting an hour. Be honest, how hard is it to feel disconnected to your phone right now? Moderate. Caden?
It's a little difficult. I just find myself just picking up my phone in conversation, checking social media, just see what's going on. And I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a reason that it impacts mental health. Like you see everybody, they've just got everything going on, and I kind of feel like I have to participate in all these activities too, and it just gets to you eventually.
If something were going on in your life and you wanted to get help, do you know what you would do to reach out? Who would you reach out to?
I think like a trusted adult, like your parents or like a guidance counselor here at school or just a teacher that you can trust.
Would any of you be afraid to do that? No. You guys are the pandemic school generation, right? So you were home, which probably at the the beginning, we all felt, hey, this isn't so bad. And then it just went on and on and on. And during that time, I think so many of us, whether we're your age or our age, we became somewhat stunted, right, socially. But I would imagine for you all at this time in your life where you were developing that social maturity, that had to be really hard to come back. How many of you feel like losing those years, and it was years, right? Losing that time stunted some of your social growth? Yeah. What's your thought on that?
I just feel like being at home all the time, like I didn't really make any new friends at all. I talked to my group of friends from middle school because we were transitioning, or I was transitioning to high school coming out of the pandemic. And I just feel like coming back for my sophomore year last year out of the pandemic, I just felt like I was making new friends and I just felt more confident in myself compared to the years before when it was just like I was by myself a lot, or I was just talking to my small group of friends that I was the most comfortable with.
Yeah. Nico?
I just think like teenagers should be like, and kids just in general should be like outside, just like having fun with their friends and going places and meeting new people. But with the pandemic and all, like we really couldn't do that.
So let me ask you, how many of you have friends or family members who have struggled with mental health? Every one of you. Wow. Can you share that with me, some of these experiences?
I have dealt with anxiety and stress and depression for a while, and so has my aunt. She deals with that stuff, and I feel like if you just listen, or if you ask somebody, even if they're not acting weird, just in general, then I feel like everything will go well because they'll open up to you in a certain way, and even if they say, no, it's fine, you know something. So.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
It's a brave decision to share that. I struggle with those issues as well. So you made that decision to share it, which is brave. Why did you decide to share that with me?
Because it's not something, like Grisha said, taboo. It's not something you don't talk about. It's something that you should talk about. If you're not comfortable talking about it, that's okay. I'm a very open person though, and I believe in talking about your feelings and not just shutting it all down.
Good. All right, thank you again. Great job, guys. Fantastic.
Experts say your environment plays a big role in your mental health. Park Heights, the backdrop for our next guest, who was determined to make a better life for himself despite his environment by addressing his mental health and wellness. Meet Quentin Vinny.
Share with me then. Share me what was trauma for you? What was traumatic in West Baltimore and Park Heights?
Growing up, I was sexually molested when I was 7. Never felt comfortable enough to talk about it. Felt ashamed, thought it was my fault. Struggled with my own belief of what sexuality was as a result of that. Yeah. But then being in a community that, it glamorized, violence. It depicted violence, right? Poverty, dilapidation, never feeling secure or safe or comfortable. Right? Yeah. And so I think when you grow up and you live in this space of uncertainty, and that uncertainty is your normal, that becomes traumatic.
At some point you sound the alarm and you say, listen, there's something going on. What did you try first? And I get a feeling that didn't work the first time. Where'd you go the first time when you decided, listen, there's something going on with me?
I went to a therapist. Yeah. And that therapist told me, I was 14 years old. They said that I had struggled with acute anxiety and depression, and that I would need to be on medication. And my mother, working in the mental health field, rejected the idea. She knew that there was a likelihood or propensity to become dependent or addicted to those pills, and didn't want that for me at 14.
So then you try something different, at least we'll fast forward a little bit into adulthood, where a lot of things that still some people may not think will help, and you've proven that it does. Yoga, or like with your son, having the green tea in the morning, having this routine. Tell people how that became life-changing, at least for you.
Yeah, for me, it became life-changing when the lifestyle I was living threatened my life. I was addicted to anxiety pills for 2 years. I went and took the doctor's prognosis and said that this little white pill was going to help to cure me and help me to become normal.
Yeah. You even considered suicide, you said.
I attempted suicide twice, right? Like while I was taking this medication. I also survived an accidental drug overdose. It was after the second suicide attempt that I threw my hands up and said, God, you win, right? Clearly, left to my own vices, I couldn't kill myself correctly, right? So I was obviously here for a reason, and it was then my, it became my mission to figure out what that reason was.
So get me into headspace. So now you get to the point where you figure out the reason, and now you're finding solutions. When did the solutions come, and what was it?
Yeah, the first thing that happened with me was juicing.
Okay.
You know, I was a personal trainer at the time that I was diagnosed, and I understood the impact that food had on the body.
Okay.
What I didn't realize was that, you know, having a high protein and, you know, zero vegetable diet.
Meat and potatoes weren't going to do it.
Wasn't going to do it,
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So it was juicing, and then juicing went and turned into yoga, and then yoga went into meditation, and meditation turned into gardening, and then gardening turned into the ritual of tea at night and in the morning, and it was really about creating a structure where, you know, I'm a firm believer that anxiety exists in the future and depression exists in the past.
Okay.
But if I could create a ritual or structure of my life where neither of those things existed in the present, then at least in the moment, I beat both.
And it worked. I mean,
it worked.
Was it an immediate thing where?
It's never immediate,
okay.
Right? You know, when you often hear about like mental health practices or mindfulness practices, it's a practice,
okay.
Right? So it's called yoga practice, not yoga perfect.
Right.
It's called meditation practice, not meditation I got it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And so I think the beauty of this journey of wellness and healing and being healthy is that it's a journey.
Okay.
Right. It is a true journey. It's not a destination, and I think when we fall in love with the process, then we can discover so much more about ourselves and our surroundings.